Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for our second class in the Yoga with Weights series. I have a couple of 3-pound weights with me today. If you do not have any weights, don't worry, you can still do this class. Just do them without, or if you don't have weights and you want the extra resistance, you can even grab water bottles or soup cans, whichever way you prefer, you'll still get a great class out of it today. So let's get started on our hands and knees. We're going to bring our weights down onto our mat. And we're going to start to warm up our body a little bit and do some cat-cow stretches just to warm up that spine, warm up that core. On an inhale, we're going to drop that tailbone down, lift our tailbone up, lifting our chest up to the sky. Exhale, rounding that spine, really thinking about pushing your hands into the mat so that you're really getting a good stretch in the shoulder blades. Inhale, lifting your chest. Exhale, rounding that spine, really dropping your head forward so you're getting that stretch in the neck. Inhale, tailbone is lifted. Exhale, rounding that spine. Coming back into tabletop, bringing your knees a little bit wider and sitting back onto your bottom. And we're going to move into our child's pose. So extending your arms out in front of you to really stretch out the shoulder blades here. Dropping your chest onto the mat. Focusing on your breath. Really using your breath to expand the rib cage here. Exhale, contract the ribs. Coming back up onto our knees. We're going to come into a plank pose, so extending your legs out behind you, making sure that your shoulders are just past your wrists. And we're just going to hold it here for a count of 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down onto our knees, shifting your hips back, coming back into your child's pose. Inhale, coming forward back into your plank. Exhale, dropping down onto your knees, bringing your bottom behind you into your child's pose. Inhale, coming forward into your plank. Exhale, coming down onto your knees. Just enjoying this nice flow here to get the body warmed up. Back onto plank. And from here, we're going to shift our hips back and up into your downward facing dog. Trying to bring those heels down as close to the mat as possible. Take a nice deep breath in. Coming on over onto your toes, bringing yourself back into your plank. Exhale, pushing your hips back into your downward facing dog. And just enjoying this flow here. Again, we're getting our core warmed up. Exhale, push it back. Stretching out the back of the thighs, your calves. Increasing your heart rate a little bit. Just to warm up for today's class. And we're going to do one more, shifting those hips back to your downward facing dog. And we're going to get ready to start. On an inhale, we're going to lift that right leg up to the sky into your 3-legged dog. Option here is to bend at the knee to really open up that right hip. Inhale, bringing that right foot in between your 2 hands. And from here, grabbing a hold onto your weights. Keeping that back leg strong, really using your core to lift your hands up to the sky into your high lunge. Sinking that hip down. Your arms are nice and engaged, your spine is straight, the crown of your head is facing towards the ceiling. Really sinking down, thinking of sinking down that hip into your lunge. On an inhale, we're going to bring those weights together. Exhale, we're going to bring them, take your elbow right on the outside of your right knee. Holding on to your weights, keeping your balance. The weight is all in that right foot. On an inhale, we're going to come back up, transition into your warrior two. So making sure that your feet are planted and grounded into the earth. Your spine is straight, your chest is lifted, and your arms are extended out on either side of you. And we're going to hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. On an inhale, we're going to start to bring our weights out in front of us. Exhale, we're going to bring them back. Inhale, bring them forward. Exhale, bring it back. And we're not thinking about bringing our weights all the way behind us. We want to make sure that everything is in one line here. Your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Inhale, forward. Exhale, extend. Coming forward onto the front of your mat. Sorry, no, I'm not doing that. We're going to drop that right foot down on the outside of your right foot, or you can come onto your knee, whichever allows you to maintain that straight alignment. And we're going to keep that left arm up. And we're going to hold for 3, 2, and 1, lifting yourself back up, dropping this left hand on your left thigh, bringing your right hand up over your head into your reverse warrior. Your legs are still really engaged here, really strong. Your arms are engaged. Take a nice deep breath. On an inhale, we're going to start to come back to center, helicoptering our arms to the front of the mat, dropping your weights down, extending that right leg behind you into your plank. And we're going to move into a Vinyasa Flow here. So on an exhale, shifting your weight slightly forward, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we're going to lift our left leg up to the sky, bending at that knee to open up that left hip if you'd like. Coming forward and bringing that left foot in between your two hands, grabbing a hold of your weights if you have. On an inhale, just lifting yourself up, really using your core here. Get your balance. Maybe sink your hip just a little bit lower. Take a nice deep breath in. On an inhale, bringing those weights together, this time twisting on over to your left, bringing your elbow on the outside of your left knee. Your weights are just in front of your chest here, or in front of your left shoulder. Get your balance. Maybe you need to focus your gaze on something. It looks like I do because I'm losing my balance on this side. On an inhale, come back to center, transitioning into your warrior two. Everything is nice and engaged here. So your feet are grounded into the mat. That back leg is strong and straight. Your spine is straight, your arms are extended. On an inhale, we're going to start to bring those weights in front of us. Exhale, extend out. Inhale, coming forward. Really using your core here. So making sure that everything is engaged. Your core is nice and tight. Your legs are engaged, your arms, everything. So just making this one full body exercise. Last one, coming forward. Extend, dropping your left hand now down on the inside of your left foot. Right arm up to the sky. Or again, option is to come onto your knee. Again, just making sure that you're in one nice alignment here. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. Dropping that right arm down, left arm is extended overhead into your reverse warrior. Take a nice deep breath. Helicoptering those arms back down onto the mat, dropping your weights, bringing your feet facing forward, extending your left foot to meet your right into your plank. And we're going to take our Vinyasa Flow one more time here. So just shifting our weight slightly over so that our shoulders are just slightly past our wrists. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming back onto our plank. We're going to start to bring our knee into our nose. So taking your right knee, bringing it into your nose, kind of rounding out that spine a little bit. And we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to pulse that knee 10 times. Get ready for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extending that back leg behind you, flexing that foot. We're going to lift and pulse that back leg for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that foot down. Bringing your right foot now into between your two hands, back into your lunge. Grabbing a hold of your weights here. Lifting your hands up to the sky. And from here, we're going to start to lower our hip down and we're going to pulse for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing that left foot to meet your right. Dropping your hands down. Maybe give your shoulders a nice roll here. Keeping your weights in your hand if you like, or you can drop them. We're going to lift up onto our toes on an inhale. Exhale, we're going to drop those heels down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And you guessed it, we're going to pulse 10 times. So coming down up onto our toes. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping those heels down, coming forward into your forward fold. Dropping your weights down. Giving the back of your legs here a nice stretch. And your lower back. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping your feet back, taking your Vinyasa Flow here. Exhale, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that sequence all on the other side, shifting your weight onto your toes, coming into your plank. This time we're going to bring our left knee into nose and really round that spine. And we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that back leg behind you, flexing that foot, your left foot, pulsing for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that back foot down, bringing your left foot in between your two hands, grabbing a hold of those weights if you'd like. Back leg is strong. Inhale, lifting your hands up to the sky. Think of sinking your hips down a little lower, making sure though that your shoulders are away from your ears. So you have weights in your hand. Your tendency might be to kind of hold them up here, but bringing your shoulders up to your ears. We don't want that. We want to keep them nice and loose. while still keeping our arms engaged. And we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing that right foot to meet our left. Dropping our weights down. Take a minute to catch your breath. So this time, we're going to come up onto our toes on an inhale, bringing our arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing your arms down, dropping onto your heels. Inhale, lift arms and onto your toes. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it. One more time, inhale, lift. And we're going to hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. Bringing our feet now just about hip width apart, or actually more the width of your mat. And we're going to move into a wood chopper. So bringing our arms up to the sky. Again, you can still hold on to your weights or drop them if you need to. And we're going to bring our hands together so our weights are touching. On an inhale, we're going to drop down into a squat, bringing our arms down so that the weights now are in between our knees. Inhale, lift to standing. Exhale, squat down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat down, really using your core here and your legs to lift yourself back up. Drop it down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it down. Placing your weights down onto your mat, straightening your legs into your wide leg forward fold here. You can keep your hands on the mat, or you can bring your hands behind your ankles if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch. And just breathe. Placing your hands down onto the mat. We're going to drop our bottoms down. Seated. And we're going to keep our feet planted on to our mats. And we're going to move into a bit of a boat pose series here with some variations. And I'm going to show you some variations that you could try. So from here, you could keep your hands on either side of you and just resting your fingertips onto the mat as you start to lift your feet up and making sure that your knee is in line with your ankle. Your back is at a 45-degree angle. Another option is to extend your arms out in front of you or extend them up overhead. Completely up to you. See what feels good for you, what's giving you that challenge that you need today, and go with it. Okay, so just listening to your body. From here, we're going to drop our toes. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale, drop your toes. Exhale, lift them up. Picking whichever variation is working for you, making sure that you're still at a 45-degree angle. You should really start to feel your core here. One more time, dropping your toes down, lifting them back up, and releasing. From here, you can grab a hold of your weights if you'd like. I promise this is the last exercise with our weights today. So grabbing a hold of your weights and just bringing them out in front of your chest, placing your feet flat on the floor. We're going to start to lower our upper body at a 45-degree angle. But I want you to kind of curl your spine here. So your body's, you're more into like a C curve here. So you're really engaging the core, keeping your weights in front of you, coming down at about a 45-degree angle. On an inhale, we're going to lift ourselves back up, straight spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, lower, really Bringing your spine into a C curve here. Straighten up. Inhale, lower. And we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up, dropping your weights down. We're done with them for today. You can either come down onto your forearms. So for our next exercise, I'm going to give you 2 variations. So you can either come down onto your forearms or just using your balancing, just using your fingertips on your mat. So picking whichever variation works for you, we're going to extend our legs up to the sky. And we're going to lift and lower our legs. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, your spine is at a 45-degree angle here. Lift. Inhale, lower. We're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale it back up. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Dropping your legs down. Relaxing your body onto the mat. Extending your arms out behind you and just give yourself a nice full body stretch here. Take some nice deep breaths in. Bringing your knees into your chest, giving them a nice hug. Really releasing that lower back. Just slowing down your breath. Taking your hands on the outside of your feet into your happy baby pose. Really opening up the hips here. Maybe sway side to side if you'd like. Just enjoy the stretch. Releasing your legs, just extend them out in front of you. Dropping your arms on either side of you, palms facing up. Coming into your Shavasana. Taking some nice deep breaths to slow down your heart rate. Slow down your breathing. And when you're ready, roll over onto your side. Bringing yourself back into a seated position. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed our class today, focusing on our lower body and core. And I will see you next week for our 3rd class in the Yoga with Weights series. Have a great day. Bye-bye.